Hey you guys, it's Erin and W back here with another video. So today I'm doing a makeup look. I'm recreating my makeup look from my single lock video. It's up there if you haven't seen it, or it's over here. And this is the look that I'm recreating. It was very bronzy, but like natural, I feel like. So I just wanted to recreate that for you guys. I'm calling it my quarantine makeup routine, because really the only thing I put on makeup for in quarantine is to take pictures for Instagram at Erin and W Curls and film videos. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay guys, so I'm starting with primer. It's not usually how I put it on, but we're not wasting no product, so I guess we're just gonna do it like this. I don't do this step every time I do my makeup, but like it really just depends on like how I'm feeling, what mood I'm in, and if I feel like doing it. But I'm going to take some concealer. This is the shade 7.5. I originally got this to highlight, but it's not light enough to highlight. Well, I take this in Spot Correct. My foundation will take care of most of this, but I just like to give it a little, you know, like a little head start and color correct first. And I'm just gonna blend that in with a foundation brush by e.l.f. Just lightly blend it in, because if you rub, like just dab, because if you rub, that makes the product like transfer, I guess, instead of staying in the same spot. And I mean, it doesn't look perfect and you can still see the dark spots, but it's just like you can't see them as much. And I started a new skincare routine, I want to say, I think maybe like 3 weeks ago. So if it improves, then I'm gonna be sharing my skincare routine with you guys in a video. Now I take my foundation. I've been using this foundation for almost like 2 years. And you guys, I never use foundations for longer than like 2 months. So the fact that this foundation has lasted me that long, like of course I've been buying new bottles and everything like that. But I mean, like, I just never repurchase. I never ever completely use a foundation and then repurchase. And I just sprayed my face, and I like to do that just to give my foundation, because this is a mattifying foundation, so I think if I mix it with a dewy setting spray, it kind of gives me the perfect finish, which is like in between matte and dewy. I kind of put a little bit too much foundation on, you guys, but it's okay. And this is the It brushes for Ulta. It's their foundation brush. Okay, it low-key looks like it doesn't match, but like just trust the process. It's gonna be good. So now I usually go in with a concealer, but the day that I did this makeup look in particular, I was like, I want to try something different that I haven't used in a while. So I took my Black Opal stick foundation in the shade Truly Topaz, which I think is DS8, and I just take this in place of where I usually highlight. And because it's a stick foundation, like I would say that this is like more of a highlighter that you could use if you're like rushing, because you don't have to like let it sit and dry, because it is a stick foundation, so it's kind of like tacky anyways, and you don't have to wait with like concealer for it to give you a fuller coverage. But I always start on my chin. Like I do all of this first, and then I do my under eyes last, because I like to have the brightest effect under my under eyes. Now I take my setting powder. This is the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I have literally had this powder since high school, probably my senior year of high school. And I'm sure I was supposed to throw this away before then, you know, by now, but it still works perfectly fine. Oh, I also put it here where I get like smile lines, and then of course on my nose and on my forehead. And so I usually go ahead and dust off all of my powder except for under my eyes, because I like for that, of course, to bake longer so I can have a brighter under eye. Oh, and this is my my e.l.f. Total Face Brush. Now at this point, I go ahead and start it on my eyes. So I just take my e.l.f. Eyebrow gel, and this is what, it's just a clear gel. And I usually put this on after my eyebrows, but basically with this new routine, I put it on before, and sometimes I put it on after too. But like I put this on, and then I conceal, and then I do my like sketching in my actual brows, or filling in my actual brows. And then I go back with this if I need to. So take the brow side. I just like to brush my eyebrows up. And I let that dry for a little bit. Okay guys, so the brow gel has dried. The next step is to take my concealer and like a very, 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 very skinny brush. And I just like to like basically underline my eyebrows. Now I just blend that in. After that, I take my brow pencil. This is my trusted Benefit brow pencil in the color number 4. And the number 4, I don't know. And then I just like, you see how like honestly I really could just stop here with my brows, but I do like to make them like a little bit more shapely, a little bit more defined, I guess. So I just like to, you'll see what I do because I can't really talk through it. A brow, quite natural. I'm just gonna fix the front a little bit more. A natural brow. I just take this and, you know, ensure we're looking natural. And then I take my brow gel one more time and just set in everything that we've done. Next, I bronze with my Kylie pressed bronzing powder and the color Tawny Mommy. So I take my like contour looking brush by e.l.f. It actually says bronzing brush. Well, I take that brush and I just take like the ends and I lightly bronze my nose. Like that, like so, like that. If you know who says that, comment below. Like so, like that. And then I love e.l.f. brushes clearly because this is another e.l.f. brush and I use this to contour the rest of my face. I'm sorry, I use this to bronze the rest of my face. And definitely don't forget about that forehead. Now I go back in with my beauty blender and I just blend in the powder that I left standing. Pressing it into your skin gives you a lighter, you know, more highlighted look. I know it looks like I'm picking my nose, but you guys, you gotta blend everywhere. I hope you guys can see the difference. So you can see nice light bronze, highlighted. Last thing to do is do blush and finish my eyes, which is just like lashes and stuff. And I think that's it. So now I'm gonna add my blush. I'm using the same Sephora blush palette from my trying new makeup video. I'm gonna take this one right here. And I like to also put a little bit on my nose like that. And then I also like to throw a little bit onto my eyelids just to give them like a little pigment. And I take that same shade and I'm also gonna mix it with like more of a rosy shade just to give my eyelids a little bit of pigment. To finish my eyes, I like to just add in a inner tear duct highlight, and I use the color Luscious from my Sweet Peach palette. Okay, so looking back at the picture, I think I used these lashes. These are just some Ardell Faux Mink Wispy lashes. And I like to use these just because they are very, I feel like they're very natural. And so I like to use these natural lashes like when I'm just taking a picture for Instagram or just like filming or whatever, you know. And that's pretty much all I do during quarantine. So that's why these are my lashes of choice. After some technical difficulties, the lashes are finally on. I am going to get started on my lips so we can get done with this video. Just taking a makeup wipe to wipe off the foundation. So using the same lip routine I used in that video. This is actually the Milani brow pencil. And I take this and I actually line my lips with this. But I line my lips very, 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 very like lightly and like thinly with this for this little lip look. Okay, guys, so I saw a TikToker like cross her lip line. I don't usually do that. I just wanted to do it, I don't know. But now that my lips are lined, I just take my NYX Butter Gloss in the colors Praline and Fortune Cookie. And first I start with Praline and I just like do the outside. Well, do my whole lip. And this one is just like really natural, so then I take the lighter shade, which is the Fortune Cookies, and I place that in the center. But I'm gonna go ahead and spray my first setting spray before I highlight, and then we'll probably spray again. And I'm highlighting with my matte gold deposit because the matte gold deposit is very, very like golden and bronzy. So that's what I'm using. So usually I do this before I put my lip gloss. That's why I'm like, girl, what were you thinking? But I try to highlight my Cupid's bow as much as I can. And that is the finished look. The final look and the finished look. So this is the final look. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you leave a like on this video. And if you made it to this point in the video, because this was a long video, it might not be long, but because I just felt like this was a long video. If you made it to this point in the video, please drop a orange emoji, like the little fruit orange emoji down below. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for slow-mos.